What's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? How are y'all doing tonight? I hope y'all are doing well. This is your boy Woke. We're back with another video today. Not a video live stream, y'all. Your boy Woke is back, man. So as you come into the building, man, make sure you hit the like button for me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you show love to your boy, man. We trying to grow the chat. We trying to grow the channel. We doing what we can over here, man. Try to get eyes on the channel, bruh. Talking this WWE talk. Covering the best topics, the best stories, the realest talk this side of Twitter. this side of YouTube, man. So I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody stopping in. My boy Jesus Hernandez, man, how you doing, bro? Yes, said Tiffany time brought the heat. We're gonna definitely get to Tiffany time, bro. I got a lot to say about Tiffany Stratton. I got a whole lot to say about Tiffany Stratton. We got to talk about Cody versus Cena though. First, that was the one. We got some crazy promos this week, man. We got some crazy promos this week, y'all. So let's hop right into it. We're gonna chop it up about Cody, and trust, we got a lot to say about Tiffany and Charlotte. And we do got to go over the whole favor. We know what Punk's favor was. Got some thoughts about that. Tad anticlimactic, but I'm still happy we got an answer finally. So Cody versus Cena. Starting off, y'all, if you don't know, Cody Rhodes is probably my favorite current men's wrestler right now. I mean, I just respect Cody a lot. Most are not going to go to leave WWE, rebuild themselves to that degree, create a whole new opposing company, and then come back and be the biggest star in the company, to be the biggest star in the damn industry at this point. So I got nothing but respect for Cody Rhodes, because I remember when Cody Rhodes was in WWE the first time, man, he had it hard. He had it tough, bro. Like it was ridiculous. So the fact that he's become this, I will always respect him. You can't tell me nothing bad about Cody Rhodes. I ain't saying he's perfect, but all the hate he gets is ridiculous. With that being said, if you all know me, John Cena is also my GOAT. Growing up, seeing John Cena's rise, I remember when John Cena came in before the Dr. Thugonomics thing. When he was the lame dude in the damn tights and was not all that popping. Like, John Cena was kind of lame at first. Was swole, but who cared? And then I remember my boy John Cena, one day, back of the bus, was rapping. Stephanie McMahon said, you need to use that as your gimmick because Cena was about to get fired. And just like that, Dr. Thugonomics was born. And me, as a young black kid, seeing that on the back of 8 Mile and all these type of things with battle rapping, it changed the whole industry. So John Cena, I seen it all with John Cena, man. So I have nothing but respect for John Cena. What this feud really showed me, y'all, it told me a couple things. Before we get into the actual promo, what this told me, y'all, is that this was WWE giving Cody that final test to see if he's the dude they've been looking for all these years. If y'all don't know, the WWE for the longest had been trying to create another John Cena. They tried for years with Roman Reigns. They kept trying. They gave Roman blue contacts. They allowed him to beat so many people. It didn't work when he was a baby face as a big dog. Cause you can't replicate John Cena. There's only one John Cena, first and foremost. And two, if you wanted to have a guy to follow him up, Roman damn sure wasn't a dude as a baby face. With that being said, Cena would come back, as you all probably know, challenge Roman Reigns multiple times. 2017, when he was the big dog, and he destroyed him on the mic. He showed Roman at his levels, and Roman looked horrible. 2021, Cena came back. Roman showed a little growth, still got cooked. Now, of course, by that time, he was a tribal chief, and he had finally found the gimmick that worked for him. So great. But he still got cooked. And though he had success as the tribal chief, that wasn't necessarily what WWE was going for with Roman initially. But Cody Rhodes, now as the face of the company, faced the same challenge that Roman failed at twice. Yet Cody Rhodes stood 10 toes, stood tall, and more than carried his own weight and held his own with the greatest mic worker. I mean, Cena probably to me is probably 1 or 2 with Punk. And I mean, I might say Punk is 1. I don't think nobody has really got the best of CM Punk on the mic. So you got Cena, who's a top 2 promo worker ever. And Cody, in my opinion, before we even started, I'll tell you who I think won. I'm going to do a whole video breakdown about it. I think Cody edged it out. I'm not saying it's the Glaze. I'm just saying, y'all, I think Cody got it. Because that last exchange, I thought Cena had it. And Cody got him with the whole can't wrestle thing. Because that struck the nerve to him as a wrestler. So anyway, Cody passed the challenge like Roman didn't. And the fact that he could stand up to Cena on the mic, held his own, in my opinion, won. Now, some people are glazing saying he got destroyed, he got buried. No, he didn't, bro. Even if you think Cena won, which is a fair thing to say, nothing wrong with that. No way did he bury Cody. Cody held his own. At worst, he held his own. At best, he won. And I thought he won. This shows me that Cody Rhodes is the dude the WWE had been wanting to have. He is the true heir apparent to John Cena. He's the guy they've been looking for all these years. Not Roman. Damn sure not the big dog. The tribal chief is great. But as we see, the tribal chief has his limitations. Cody is the one that they really, truly were looking for. And Cody Rhodes, having stood up to John Cena, showed himself to be that one. So hats off to Cody Rhodes. I mean, we got him, y'all. We got the heir apparent. And now getting into the promo itself, y'all, I appreciate the depth and the storytelling of the promo. I think to start it off, Cody tried to disarm himself, tried to hit the B Rabbit, hit the Eminem in 8 Mile, and tried to make fun of his own self to try to disarm John Cena a bit. And it was a brilliant move. But John Cena is so elite at what he does. He didn't even need to do none of that. And he spun the things Cody said about himself to make it worse. I mean, it doesn't get no better than that, y'all. Like, most people would not even been able to operate after what Cody did. But Cena ate that like it was nothing, bro. Because he's so elite at that, man. So salute to John Cena, right? Cody, in my opinion, coming out clever like that was smooth. I love seeing Cody do that, man. That was cool to see. John Cena's big thing was that Cody, for whatever reason, and I saw an interview with Cody. I don't know if it was in kayfabe or Cody was keeping it real, because it sounded real to me. He said John Cena in times past has said that he comes off too perfect, that he doesn't think he's being himself. Now, Cody, being a real one, not being no little hoe, said Cena has told me that backstage. That's what makes me think it's real, that he thinks I'm too perfect or I'm not being myself fully. Cody said, I mean, I'm a grown man. I'm almost 40. I think I know who I am. That, to me, it was the crux of what John Cena told Cody Rhodes in the ring. So I think that's really what John Cena feels about Cody. I think that's a little weird, personally. Look, John Cena can think what he wants. He's been around Cody. They grew up, when Cody came in, he was Cena's chauffeur, all of that. But that's a little strange to me that Cena would think that. But that was the body and the substance behind what Cena said about him. Because the rest of what Cena said about Cody, from the "you were my chauffeur," from this pinstripe suit you got on, what's beneath it, what's beneath the entrance, and what's beneath all of this that you got on, like, who are you, Cody? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he was kept trying to hit at. And it was a little interesting, like, dang, bro. He's pretty much saying that Cody took a whole bunch of characteristics and traits from everybody else that he admires and then created this superficial character known as the American Nightmare and he's not genuine. Now, to me, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That's a little crazy in the sense that, damn, Cena, you really think that, bro? You really think that about Cody? But two is like, bro, if you think that, are you just a hater, John Cena? Because what does this man have to do to prove you like that he is genuine? Because I don't know how you can go and bet on yourself, lead a company, rebuild yourself, start the next biggest opposing brand to WWE, come back, then be this over with the fans for the past 3 years and not be yourself. Eventually, the cracks would have shown through by now. And I'm not saying Cody, you know, hating ass Roman Reigns stands try to say Cody's a politician. I don't think a person that lacks substance and who's fake, like they try to say Cody is, would have this much success. But rather, he wouldn't be able to maintain this type of connection with the crowd if it was all fake. That's the one thing I did not agree with John Cena about. I didn't get that. And to me, you know, thinking back about the promo, it was amazing because he pretty much kept hinting at that in various ways, right? So that was kind of Cena's argument. Let me see what y'all saying though. Jesus Hernandez, how he said, "Oh snap, this is live. We'll do it live. Freak it, we'll do it live." Bill O'Reilly voice. I appreciate that, bro. He said, "Dang, I didn't know Cena was good. Get fired." That's funny. And Legato, salute to you. Cena had Hill working me. He talking so crazy. I don't even want him to win anymore. Hey man, we'll talk about who I want to win after this. But I hear you though, bro. Cena is elite. Like, I don't know anybody that should ever doubt what Cena could do on that mic, because he went crazy. So that was Cena's part of it. Cody Rhodes, on the other hand, his big thing, and I've been kind of against Cody doing this in the past. Cody generally tries to give people their kudos, show respect, and still kind of like give them their flowers in the midst of going at them. Because I guess that's his character, to still show respect, yet still stand up and, you know, defend himself in essence, which is nothing wrong with that. As a man, you should do that. But sometimes he will take it too far. So I respect him for one doing that. And I think with Cody and against what John Cena was saying, you're saying it's not genuine, you're saying it's fake. The things Cody said about himself, that he was your chauffeur, that he did look up to you, that he did learn from you. Fake people that are creating facades don't keep it that real. They don't keep it that 100. That's one thing you do know. Because a lot of time, people that are fake, they're not over here able to look themselves in the mirror and give an honest critique about themselves. Because they have too much pride, or better yet, they have too much insecurity. So for Cody to be able to sit up there and say those sort of things, that he did learn from me. He did see how you did it. He did try to soak up so much of what you did. That's not a trait of a fake person. So I appreciate Cody admitting that. So that kind of let me know, you know, Cody is well aware of the situation he's in. Cena kept trying to hint at, obviously, what I just mentioned, but Cody really got back at Cena because, see, Cody said, you say all of that, may have some merit, may not, whatever. But see, at the end of the day, Cena, I didn't make myself this out of like fiction or just to bloviate and to stroke my own ego. The crowd chose me. Right? Because you can't, no matter what you say, y'all, whether you're a Cody lover, Cody hater, you're indifferent. The crowd chose Cody. There's nothing fake about that. It's nothing you can manufacture about the love that Cody has received. And the fact that they literally chose Cody over The Rock and over John Cena, in essence, made The Rock turn heel and John Cena turn heel. That right there should shut down a lot of what John Cena is saying. Cody is the truth, bro. And Cody, following that up, says they chose me for real. The person that chose you was sitting in the office, and a guy that we don't talk about anymore, hitting at Vince McMahon. That's the truth, though. To double down on that, y'all, make it worse, it wasn't even Vince. It was the boss's daughter, right? Because the next thing Cena would say would be, you had to leave. They gave me anything and I made it work. Well, to what I just said, you were about to get fired. You weren't making the first gimmick work. Stephanie figuring out you could rap and telling you to use that and helping you develop the Dr. Thugonomics gimmick, that's what helped you, John Cena. You didn't just do it on your own. And I give John Cena a lot of credit for doing that, because you can't teach nobody how to rap. You can't teach nobody that swag and the promo skills he had, right? But to act like Cody left and you stayed and because of that you're better, I wouldn't say so. Because at the same time, what if they didn't let John Cena become Dr. Thugonomics? What if Steph never told that to Cena? We would have never known about Cena. He was the buff dude with the purple tights. He was here one day, gone the next. See ya. We don't hear about him ever again. So I don't look down on Cody for leaving. If anything, I respect Cody more for leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't respect dudes like, for instance, Seth Rollins. I respect him for the work ethic he has and how much of a workhorse he is. But I don't respect dudes that sit up there and try to shame somebody for not staying in a horrible situation. Get the hell out of my face. CM Punk was more than justified to leave. You're better than CM Punk, Seth Rollins, because you stayed in a horrible situation and you're bootlicking? No, you're not getting points for that, for that. And just like with John Cena now saying, I stayed, I didn't have to leave. Well, the owner's daughter saved your gimmick, and then you started working. But if it was totally up to Cena and she didn't do that, he would have been out. He would have had to go rebuild himself. And at that time, it wasn't no WCW. It wasn't no AEW. Cena would have been a bodybuilder, underwear model or something like that. It wouldn't have been, maybe not no John Cena in WWE. So I respect Cody for leaving and rebuilding himself. If anything, he took the route less traveled. He took the harder route. So let's not ever look down on Cody Rhodes for leaving. You put John Cena in some gold and black face paint and have him go out there looking like a clown and a jobber, he would have failed too. Nobody gonna have no success with that gimmick. Stardust, that was horrible, bro. And then what makes it worse, and the reason why though Cena said it's so smooth and I got it, but it don't fit, because Cody, the whole entire time he was Stardust, he was going out there doing his best with that trash gimmick, and he kept asking the developers and the writers back there to reset me. He said to reset me. Reset me in WWE means reset my character, reset my gimmick, come up with something better for me, please. He said it got to a point where they just were ignoring him. He would send a message and he would look at them and they would just ignore it. He would go up to them, ask them, and they'd act like they don't hear him. They would imagine you talk to a person and then they act like they don't hear you speaking. That's how dismissive it got of Cody. And that's what caused Cody to leave to go to AEW or rather not go to AEW, but go the independent route, and eventually led to him creating AEW with Tony Khan and the Bum Twins. I don't even like them dudes, but you get what I'm saying though. So I think at the end of the day, Cena said it great, and he gonna always make the promo sound smooth, but as I look back at the actual substance behind the words, I can't give Cena that. And this is why I say, to me, Cody won the beef, truthfully, right? It's so much to it, y'all. It's so much to it. Because it's like, one part of a good promo is who has the bigger aha moments, who has the bigger pops, who has the best shots that they take at each other. But then it's like, the other part of it is like, who has the most substance to what they said, right? Because at the end of the day, promos are very multi-layered. And then Cody too also admitted, like he said, yeah, you know, I talk with a list early in the promo. He said, I got booed by a company I helped start. All those sort of things. So Cody acknowledges the failures. He admits that he was a Nepo baby when he came into the industry. He also admits he had to leave. So it's like those things, when somebody is so forthcoming and forthright with it, it don't have the same sting to it. So I know the crowd was popping when Cena was saying it. Cena mentioned Cody being a Nepo baby. You know, he mentioned how Cody had it all handed to him, how he had to get it out the mud. And in many ways, John Cena did. And that's why I think John Cena's the GOAT, right? But Cody's story, you can't take away from it, bro. So as we get longer into the promo, they start taking more shots, right? And I'm gonna wrap it up soon. So John Cena, I guess to kind of sum it up at the end, he starts saying that, well, Cody, end of the day, I make billionaires, I make billion-dollar empires, right? And he says all you've ever done was steal money from their kids. Hinting at Cody, all Cody has ever done is steal money from their kids, i.e. Tony Khan with AEW. His dad, Shad Khan's a billionaire. Said you stole money from him. That's a great way to say that, right? But see, this is where it goes back to, right? When I was watching, I was like, oh my gosh, bro, Cody, Cena, when Cena first started talking, I was like, you gotta do something, Cody. You gotta kill him, you gotta go shoot him, you gotta do something, Cody. He cooking you. But then Cody hit back with the Vince stuff, right? They go back and forth, they're going back and forth. And then when Cena said the whole billionaire stuff, I was like, oh damn, that's crazy. And then Cody hit him with that, at least they never said, I can't wrestle. See, you could talk about all the outside stuff, but what were you up in this ring? At the heart of it, that's what mattered most, right? And people did say a lot of times John Cena can't wrestle. Now, I don't agree with that, but I think that one had more substance to what John Cena was saying. Because honestly, Cody wasn't stealing money from Tony Khan. AEW is the second biggest promotion right now. It's doing well. AEW Revolution was great a couple weeks ago. They got Dynasty coming up. They got All In Texas that I might go to. So you can't say they stole money and the company's still doing well. You know what I'm saying? So it sounded good, but the substance wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Another thing too that Cody hinted at earlier in the promo, before we got to the end of it, that I really love thinking back about it. Cody said, you're sitting up in here trying to talk trash to me, but let's not get crazy and act like you left this company better than what you found it. Say what you want. I love Cena. He came in ruthless aggression era. WWE was booming right there, full of superstars. By the time John Cena left, the company was in its worst state it's been. And that's the facts. Once Cena handed that baton to Roman, the company was down. It wasn't up at that time. Roman made that MF go even worse. You got even lower. But to Cody's point, you didn't lead a company better than you found it. That's for sure. So just to me, y'all, and you know, I may do a whole nother breakdown about this, talking about this more. I think you got to get that to damn Cody Rhodes, man. What do y'all think though? Chat, talk to me, man. What y'all think? Do y'all think Cody won that? Do y'all think John Cena won that? Do y'all think of it this way that I'm seeing it? Cause I saw some people saying that John Cena cooked Cody. I'm seeing a lot of stuff, y'all. And I'm like, look, bro, even if y'all think Cody lost, him getting cooked, that's crazy to me. And that doesn't even make no sense to me. But I don't know, man. Let me see what y'all saying, bro. You ain't saying too much, but it's all right though. But that's just my thoughts about Cody and Cena, truthfully. So hopefully we get another little exchange. Sadly though, it doesn't seem like John Cena is on the calendar for any more events before WrestleMania. If that's how they leave it off, I'm not mad at it because that was a legendary segment. But at the same time, it's like I want a little more. I want a little more. What if we got part 2 to that? Now they went into depth, right? But I think Cody and Cena, I think they could do a little bit more. It ain't gotta be as long as this one though. But if they went a little bit longer, I would have been perfect. I wouldn't mind a little follow-up, a couple of little quick jabs, and then something happen. Rock come out, somebody come out, break it up, whatever. I just want to see a little bit more before Mania, but that's just my opinion now. That's just my opinion about that. Personally, this build has been satisfying and frustrating at the same time. Satisfying from the point of like, you gotta respect it because you got 2 legends up in there, and obviously this is John Cena's final year. So since it's John Cena's final year, it's like, damn, you gotta appreciate him while you're here. In the same breath, y'all, let's be honest, John Cena did not show up nearly enough. All this part-time stuff, bro, like, you can do that throughout the whole year. But when it's WrestleMania season, the part-time stuff has to stop. Like, you gotta stop that part-time and stuff, bro. And that's why one thing too I don't like about Roman, his ass was part-timing it up huge during freaking this Mania build. And not just that, the last Mania build. I'm like, bro, how are you gonna be doing a main event match at WrestleMania? Last year Roman had 2 main event matches, and he is over here part-timing it up. Bro, miss the rest of the year, but don't miss goddamn Mania season. You're not serious at that point. So now this is Cody Rhodes 3 years in a row messing with somebody that's a part-timer. All I hope and pray for is that next year Cody gets somebody who will show up and put the work that he has put in. And if he could do that, we got something cooking on our hands, y'all. We got something great. So y'all, from here, we gotta talk about this thing coming up next, y'all. So if you're in the building, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. We appreciate the love and support always. We're about to pivot here, though. We're about to pivot. So, as you all know, let's pull up. Let's give me 5 seconds, y'all. Let me pull it up. We finally got some type of closure, if you could call it closure. If you can call it closure, because there really wasn't that much closure to me. See, the CM Punk favor. Personally, I'm happy we have an answer. That's cool. But if I was to be honest with y'all, I have to say I'm a little disappointed. The favor was a little underwhelming. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Because my issue with the favor is this. What does it really change? Paul Heyman being in CM Punk's corner. Who cares? Like, what does that change about the match? It ain't like Paul Heyman was over here sneak attacking people for Roman and all of that. He just there for support. Game planning, maybe handing him a weapon. You know, like, it's not gonna have that much impact on the match. So for me, I wanted the favor to be more impactful. I wanted the favor to be something like CM Punk asked Paul Heyman for Roman Reigns to acknowledge him and to acknowledge that CM Punk saved his career with the Shield, with the creation of the Shield. Like, I wanted something crazy like that. I wanted something that would play into the lore and the history of CM Punk and Roman Reigns. So for me, that was a little bit disappointing with the favor situation. The favor could have been better. The favor would have made more sense if it was just, you got us WrestleMania, good job. But for the favor just to be Paul walking him to the ring, being in his corner during the match, besides Roman being hurt by that, what does that do for us? Like, if this was a one-on-one match with Punk and Roman, and they were almost like fighting and nuking it out for Paul Heyman's heart, in essence, it would make sense. But the fact that this is a triple threat, and before I finish, Seth Rollins is just, I feel so bad for Seth. Seth Rollins is just the consummate third wheel all the time. We got to get Seth his own storyline and stop trying to force him into everything else. Cause he looking crazy. He just looking just like he just there. And the sad part is Punk and Rollins was cooking. They could have main evented themselves. But now you add Roman in it, and then Punk and Roman have so much more heat right now that Seth is taking a back seat in a feud he helped start, because the foundation of this feud is Punk and Rollins. But this is what happens when you have the two of the three biggest stars in the ring. Punk and Roman Reigns, 2 and 3 to me. They got so much unfulfilled storytelling there. That's what fans want to see, y'all. That now it's just overshadowing Rollins, and he looks like a third wheel again. Last year was a fourth wheel. This year's a third wheel. And like, literally, if they took the angle of custody of Paul Heyman, custody of the wise man, one-on-one, that would have been more than enough for a main event. And then they could have delved into how CM Punk didn't want Roman in the Shield. They could have delved into more of the lore, the history. CM Punk could really go to work on Roman Reigns on the mic. Could you imagine if CM Punk had a true promo off with Roman Reigns? You know damn well CM Punk got the dirt on Roman. And you know damn well CM Punk could easily go take crazy shots at Roman, as much as he was pushed by Vince. Him being force-fed to us and failing. Him not being that good on the mic. Him being a Nepo baby. Oh my gosh. That could have been amazing to watch. But we got this shallow, flimsy triple threat that's built off a favor and him helping. And I guess I get it, because they're not trying to ruin that one-on-one feud with Roman and Punk, especially because Roman didn't show up enough. I don't know if he'll ever show up enough for a feud, but I get why they wanted to save it. But at the same time, you should have did more still. You should have did more still at the end of the day. And that's what's missing from this whole triple threat. It's like Roman he shouldn't be that damn mad at Punk. He eliminated you from the Royal Rumble. Who cares? That's a every man for himself thing. Seth attacked you. I get it. You attacked him back. Y'all should be even now. Seth and Rollins are the ones Seth and Punk are the ones with the real heat. And obviously Seth and Roman always had that history, but the things that ignited it and sparked this whole triple threat are not good to me. I just think we could have got a lot more out of this. And I just think we need to stop doing triple threats if it's going to be done in this fashion. Because damn, it's so much more this feud could be doing right now. But I fear that we're not going to get it because the WWE is just booking super lazy right now, y'all. I don't know. If you're in the building, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate the love and support. Make sure you show love to the channel, man. Drop chats, drop super chats. We appreciate it all. So thank you again for coming through. And then, y'all, you know, we gotta talk about your girl. We got a video dropping tomorrow. About this topic, but let me preface it by saying, though what I just said about CM Punk and Roman, about CM Punk grilling and cooking Roman would have been great to see, all of that would have still been inbounds to me because it's about Roman's wrestling character, about how he got started in wrestling, the origins of him getting involved in the business. And that would have been in bounds. But this next topic we're going to talk about, to me, is when I see a promo go out of bounds and takes it too far. And that, what we're discussing, is none other than you all's favorite. And that is Miss Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown, in an attempt to save herself due to her constantly getting grilled by Charlotte Flair this feud. She pretty much went on a kamikaze mission and may have just destroyed her own career. And I say destroy her own career because what Tiffany Stratton did in attacking Charlotte Flair and her divorces, Tiffany Stratton not only went at Ric Flair's daughter, not only maybe went at the greatest women's wrestler ever, not only went at the most decorated women's star ever, she went at the most, how do I say, the most, probably the woman with the strongest political ties in WWE history. Nobody got the type of pull and motion that Charlotte Flair got behind the scenes. For Tiffany Stratton to do that to Charlotte Flair, she pretty much crashed out. And trying to win a feud and trying to win a promo battle, you just lost the war hugely. You can tell she lost the war, and it's going to only get worse from here because, WWE pulled the video of her talking about Charlotte Flair divorce. So that should let you know already. It's already stuff happening behind the scenes. It's being talked about. Get that down. That was not okay. They already acknowledging that was not okay. I don't know if Triple H said it or if Charlotte said it, but just know behind the scenes that was not okay. 2, the point of this whole feud was to elevate Tiffany Stratton, was to make Tiffany Stratton overcome her mentor, her idol, and in the end put Tiffany Stratton over by allowing her to beat Charlotte Flair. The complete opposite was proven in this feud. Tiffany Stratton was not ready for this moment. She's a horrible promo, and even her in-ring skills, she is athletic and can do flips, but she still has development there too. Charlotte Flair exposed it all. She exposed Tiffany Stratton cannot go off script. She cannot improvise in her promos. She exposed Tiffany Stratton as not a good babyface promo. She exposed Tiffany Stratton truly can't hold her own. Her delivery of her promos is not good. If you rattle her at all on a promo, i.e. cut her off, try to rattle her, she can't think of her toes. So now at this point, Tiffany Stratton has disrespected Charlotte Flair's marriages, or rather her divorces. And not only that, Tiffany Stratton tried to hint at and make fun of Charlotte Flair for being an alcoholic. Tiffany Stratton pretty much hinted at when you were 25, you were a struggling volleyball player and an alcoholic. Previously in tweets, Tiffany Stratton tried to go at Charlotte Flair's looks. People are trying to say, well, you know, Charlotte Flair went off script first, so she deserves this. No, guys. What going off script is meaning you improvise the promo. You all have a script and you improvise the promo by inserting different things into it that are pertaining to wrestling and pertaining to kayfabe. You can go off script, quote unquote, improvise, quote unquote, and still be within wrestling in kayfabe and talking about the person's wrestling character. That's normal. That happens all the time. Punk does it. Cena does it. The best do it, right? You bury somebody and cook somebody within kayfabe. That's how you do it. And if you blur the lines with real life, you do it sensibly. What you do not do is then go after somebody's personal problems in their life and things you know that they're extremely sensitive about. What makes it worse, Charlotte just went on the Sherri Shepherd show the same day, or rather she went on it and then it aired the same day, earlier on Friday, discussing how hard it was dealing with her divorce, discussing how hard it was dealing with the injury. She had an torn ACL, MCL, and meniscus. You miss a year, then you got to go through a divorce. She was talking about her mental health being affected, her physical health being affected. How much of a struggle it was for her. She was crying during the interview. And the fact that she overcame that was an inspiration to her, which it is. That's a lot to go through, right? It's her third divorce. To then hint at that and say that to her when the whole point of this feud is for Charlotte to make you look good and for Charlotte to put you over, and you know how Charlotte is with these politics, for you to not give her that break. And on top of it, to make it worse, Tiffany didn't have to do that. The crowd wouldn't let Charlotte talk the whole night. So pretty much Tiffany was fighting somebody that couldn't punch back. Whatever Tiffany said was going to get crowd pop. Charlotte couldn't speak. Whatever Charlotte said was going to get booed to hell. Tiffany won as soon as they came out because the crowd was on her side. She didn't have to do that. She didn't have to take those liberties. But see, she did too much. She was feeling herself way too much. She was in her feelings. She was too emotional about getting cooked all those weeks. She was mad she was getting outclassed. She was mad at what people were saying, like me and any others were saying, that she was not ready for this moment. So now she didn't say this about Charlotte, somebody that she is working with, a co-worker, a vet that's great, that she needs to like make sure she gets put over by. You go and say that. You know that was out of bounds. And all these idiots talking about, well, Charlotte went off script first. No, Charlotte improvised and was being a great heel promo, as other greats do. She didn't bring up nothing personal about Tiffany Stratton. She mentioned her wrestling character, her wrestling ability. You're not that good as a wrestler. You look up to me, blase, blase. A lot of people want to be me. You're not that. She cooked Tiffany in kayfabe. She cooked Tiffany's wrestling character, wrestling persona in the world and realm of wrestling. She never got personal. Tiffy got personal multiple times, and Charlotte kept staying on wrestling until the last 0-3 divorce comment. It was not needed. Once Charlotte realized she couldn't speak because the crowd was booing her, she was giving the floor to Tiffany. She conceded that night. It's all you, Tiffany. Cook me, do your thing. I'ma sit here and smile, and you can cook. All Tiffy had to do was keep cooking a little bit and go hit the it's Tiffy time. That's all she needed. She had already won. But she was so childish and immature. She said that about that girl divorces, and now she finna cook her. Ain't no way in the hell Charlotte Flair finna let that girl beat her. Ain't no way in hell Charlotte Flair is finna lay down and take a pin from Tiffany Stratton now. So Tiffany Stratton, you might as well hand the belt to Charlotte right now. You cooked yourself. And I don't feel bad for you. Because it was stupid. It was dumb as hell. It showed you, but see, in you trying to win a promo, you keep showing you're not ready for this moment. Because why would you do that? That's childish. That's Bush League, right? On top of that, y'all, to make matters worse, Charlotte Flair, y'all, like her or not, the truth behind Charlotte Flair's divorces, this from what I've heard, one of the first divorces she had, one of the first two men she was with divorced, she was being physically assaulted. She was being abused. So to make fun of that, her being 0-3, that's distasteful and that's classless. And woman to woman, you should know how that, like, you shouldn't never make fun of nobody getting abused, right? 2, the whole reason she just got her divorce from Andrade was he was cheating and had a baby on her on the outside. How do you make fun of somebody for leaving that situation? How do you make fun of somebody for leaving them two situations? You can't, like, that's classless. That's tasteless. That's immature. And that's why I'm saying Tiffany Stratton may have just cooked her own career. Like, you just showed you're not ready for this in any sense of the word. For one, you're not great at promos. 2, you can't think of your toes. The moment too big for you. The title has felt lower since Tiffany has had it. You're not a baby face. And on top of that, you're not a good coworker. You're not a good person to work with, because you get desperate and hit below the belt and get personal. Who gonna support that? Because you're blonde, you're young, you got boobs, like, and you can flip, like, that's why the crowd loves you. But you got to go back in that locker room and work with them women. They're not truly enemies. They're co-workers. They have to work together. You just disrespected a vet that is loved backstage, who puts over girls, that builds people up. That's her role at this point. She's won everything. Her role is now to put people over and to have great feuds with people. And you do that to one of the vets with a Flair last name, with all the political pull she has. You would do that. You cook yourself, Tiffany Stratton. I don't feel bad for you. So if Charlotte Flair come out and squash her, she does. Hey, it is what it is. Good job, Charlotte. If Charlotte Flair no sells her moves, if Charlotte Flair goes out there and dominates her, hurts her, she deserves it. I won't feel bad at all. If Tiffany Stratton gets jobbed out for the next year or two, hey, fair game to me. You were handed everything at this point. First year on the main roster, already WWE champion. Didn't have to throw a cash in. You fumbled. You messed it up, man. Because now, like, these other women backstage, they're married, they have kids. Some of them have kids, some of them are married, some of them have experienced divorces, breakups. You mean to tell me they're gonna want to work with Tiffany Stratton now? Because if she losing a promo, getting cooked, you gonna bring up a ex, you gonna bring up one of my failure, like, relationship situations. Ain't nobody gonna respect that, Tiffany Stratton. And yeah, Charlotte did say Kaiser's in her DMs. She was already embarrassed by that comment. She just said, all right, you gonna go low, I'm gonna go low. Boom. So I don't blame Charlotte for saying that. The whole time Charlotte said nothing personal. But now after that, that was too much. You looked at my beauty. You talked about my looks. Charlotte said, if you don't notice, I wasn't talking about looks. I was talking about your wrestling persona. You're being compared to me, a cheap imitation. Tiffy thought she was talking about her looks because she ain't that smart. She don't think on the toe. She don't understand. She don't comprehend. That's what I'm getting. Then you hear that Charlotte being an alcoholic and a volleyball player at 25 while you're a champion right now. Charlotte then again did not take it personal. Only the third time when you tried to say you're going to be all alone on the outside. Oh, what is that? 0-3? That's when Charlotte said, okay, that's enough. And that's when she said that. To make it worse, and another reason why I don't respect what Tiffany Stratton did. Not only did she say that, she then ran out the ring. If you gonna say that, stand on it. Stand 10 toes. Say that to Charlotte's face and look her in the eyes and mean it. At least you would have looked badass. I would have still disagreed, but at least I'm like, hey, she's standing on it. That's horrible. But at least she was woman enough to say it and take whatever coming after. But she wasn't. She ran away like a scared little girl. Cause that's what she has acted like and been the whole feud. A little girl that's in a moment that's too big for her. So Tiffany Stratton, whatever happens to her, happens at WrestleMania. I wipe my hands with Tiffany Stratton. And honestly, no one should be surprised what's going to occur. So it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is with Tiffany Stratton. She made her bed. She has to lay in it. So many reports coming out about things backstage now. She may have not just cooked herself. She may have cooked Kaiser. Kaiser is finally starting to get a little momentum. Who knows? Charlotte might take it out on Kaiser. She should know. Kaiser didn't do nothing. Even then, though. But see, Kaiser might have cooked himself. He tried to say he should have just shut up and just stayed quiet. But Kaiser, because you know Kaiser and Tiffany Stratton are dating, he gonna sit there and tweet out to Charlotte Flair, don't flatter yourself. Well, you might just cook yourself, Kaiser. Like you a step away from being a jobber. Why would you say anything to that? You just got from under Gunther. You just started to get it in the IC competitive scene. Like you just building your name up, starting to get a little buzz, cooking with goddamn Penta and them. Why would you say anything? You gonna let Tiffany Stratton ruin your career? Y'all could break up today or tomorrow. You don't sit there and make no enemies with no damn Charlotte Flair, Kaiser. What are you doing? Cause Tiffany ass can cook herself and she could be back in damn NXT today or tomorrow. Be back in the mid card. And you gonna still be fighting for your life on this main roster, Kaiser. So you should have shut your mouth. But it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. And what happens is gonna happen. There's nothing we can do at this point about it. We just gotta hope. At this point, y'all already know too. I'm ready for the Jade Cargill Charlotte Flair feud anyway. So I was already rooting for Charlotte because I knew Tiffy wasn't ready. Shout out to the group chat. Shout out to Colin. Shout out to my boy Jude. I've been told y'all she wasn't ready. I've been told y'all she wasn't ready. So, I'm ready for that Jay and Charlotte feud anyway. So I already said Charlotte needs to beat her for my agenda. This just solidifies my agenda. So I ain't tripping. I'm happy. This just further solidifies Jay Charlotte coming soon for SummerSlam or Evolution. So I ain't tripping, y'all. I ain't tripping. But y'all, that's what I want to talk about tonight. Appreciate everybody stopping in, showing love. Appreciate Jesus Hernandez, Legato, everybody coming through. Man, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna figure out this whole live schedule, man. I've been saying I want to go live on Wednesday. I'm gonna still try to. I'm gonna see y'all. It might be Wednesday night, might be Tuesday night. Be on the lookout for the video. Make sure you hit the bell icon when you come through in the building, man, because YouTube does not send my notifications out. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of the live. If you're watching, catching the replay back, man, make sure you show love in the chat. Drop a comment for me. Hit the like button. Share the video. Sub to the channel. We appreciate all the love and the support, y'all. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to my baby. Birthday on Monday. Love you, babe. And y'all be blessed. Until next time, we say salute.